KBOI 2 News, first at 4.
And welcome to KBOI 2 News in high definition. I'm Natalie Hurst.
And I'm Brent Hunsaker. Happening now, Boise police officer Kevin Holtry, remember he was the one wounded in the line of duty, he's coming home. In fact, his flight has just left Denver. This is FlightAware. We're tracking his flight due to arrive here at about 5:35 this afternoon.
He has been in Denver rehabbing at a hospital that specializes in spinal injuries.
We start our team coverage of his return with KBOI 2's Jeff Platt. He's live out of the Boise airport.
Brent, there's no red carpet, but it's definitely going to be a hero's welcome. If you look behind me, these are the doors into the main public area of the airport beyond the gates. They have that one door blocked off with stanchions. Everyone else is going to be directed to go through the other doors. Holtry going to be able to come straight through there. I'm told there's going to be a welcoming committee. There's going to be a bunch of people here to welcome him back. We haven't exactly seen any of them show up because, as you said, that flight is delayed a little bit and not showing up until just after 5:30. But that is what we are looking forward to. And we'll be here, we'll be there to get the exact moment he comes back into Boise after being in Denver doing that recovery. Live at the airport, Jeff Platt, back over to you.
Thank you, Jeff. Now let's get another look at FlightAware as Corporal Holtry's flight. It's a United Airlines flight out of Denver, has just departed within the last 10-15 minutes. And it is again due to arrive here. It's a little late, but due to arrive here at 5:38. A lot of people are waiting for Corporal Holtry to return to Boise. One in particular is Corporal Chris Davis, who was also wounded in the same shootout back in November. KBOI 2's Amiko Sumi is live also at the Boise airport, where she talked to the officer about what today means to him.
That's right. Corporal Davis is excited to welcome back his close friend. He's been Skyping and texting him while he's been in Colorado, but he's excited now to see him in person.
He's part of our family, and you miss him and want him back, and you know it's kind of a hole that's missing when he's not here, and so it'll be nice to have him back.
Davis was shot in the leg the same day Holtry was shot. He was in a wheelchair for a while, but was able to come back to work less than a month later. Now he's training new officers. I asked Corporal Davis how his leg is feeling now, and he says it's feeling just fine and it's back to normal. But he is excited to welcome back Corporal Holtry. Live at the Boise airport, Amiko Sumi, KBOI 2 News.
Thank you, Amika. Corporal Holtry has been working hard on his recovery. KBOI 2's Brian Moran continues our team coverage with what he had to do to get to this day.
Yeah, Brent, Corporal Holtry has endured months of painful physical therapy. This at a hospital near Denver, specializing in brain and spinal cord injuries. He was shot 5 times, so the corporal has had dozens of surgeries, including a leg amputation. A rod holds his other leg together. His days filled with grueling physical therapy to try and regain his strength. Holtry is a military vet and served as a police officer, of course, in Boise for 17 years. A life of service he's still holding on to.
I hope that one day maybe I can at least put a uniform on one last time. And that really bothers me that I may not be able to, but at least one last time.
And Corporal Holtry is paralyzed from the waist down. He has no feeling except when he has nerve spasms from being shot. He says the pain is excruciating when that happens. Now, he says he's looking to the future with a sense of adventure, and he certainly seems to be taking it head on, unafraid. In the newsroom, Brian Moore and KBOI 2 News.
People who live in the Boise Bench neighborhood where the shooting actually took place still think about it. KBOI 2's Devin Caney was one of the first people to arrive at the scene. She's back there. She's live today with what this means for people who are really excited for his return.
Well, Natalie, I'm here on Irving and Roosevelt Street in the Boise Bench neighborhood, as you said, where Corporal Holtry Davis and Police K-9 Jardo were shot. And I was standing almost in this exact location that day when it all happened, and this neighborhood looked quite different 4 months ago. You can see in this video from the day of the shooting, this usually quiet neighborhood was shaken up when Boise police shut down the area to search for Marco Romero. Some families were coming out of their homes trying to see what was happening, and others were scared to even look outside. But today, neighbors are saying that incidents like the November shooting have just made this community stronger.
This city, this Treasure Valley, has a capacity to maintain a high level of connection and community. And I think this is another incident where you can see that happening. The overwhelming support for the canine officer that was killed and for Officer Holtry and for others that were affected by the situation.
Hyde's Church is right across the street from the house where the shooting took place and was used as shelter for Boise police in November. And he says the community is happy to see Corporal Holtry home and recovering in Idaho. Reporting live in Boise, Devin Caney, KBOI2 News.
Now, as Devin already mentioned, the shooting in that neighborhood not only changed the lives of Corporal Holtry, Corporal Davis, their families, but also took the life of a Boise police dog, Jardo. KBOI2's Amiko Sumi is back with a look at the impact Jardo's death had on the community and tells us what's next for his handler.
Police used Jardo that Friday afternoon to help find the armed man. When shots were fired, Jardo took a bullet to the chest. After surgery, he seemed to be on the road to recovery. But a few days later, things took a turn for the worse, and Jardo died. Boise police considered it a line-of-duty death and honored the police dog with a memorial service. Law enforcement officers from around the country and other canines attended, along with hundreds of community members. Nearly 4 months later, Jardo's handler, Corporal Shane Williams, is now training BPD's newest canine officer, Ito. And just like Jardo, Ito will put his life on the line to keep us safe. Amiko Sumi, KBOI 2 News.